Hi, this is Derek at Boise Cylinder Head Services. Today we're going to be installing some exhaust guides on a single overhead Subaru. So we've already gone and measured the depth that we need to set it at. Put a little mark on there so that we can see that visually as it gets driven in. Another thing we want to do is we got the old guides driven out. We're going to measure those and make sure we're a couple thousandths bigger with the new guides, so we have a proper interference fit that's gonna hold those guides in there. All right, so we're getting a 435 reading, 0.435 of an inch, and on the new one we're getting 437. So we got about 2 thousandths additional press fit, which is what we're looking for. That'll help hold these guides in place, and they won't have their common slip guide situation on these rebuilt heads. So I'm going to put a little lubrication on the holes here, a little WD-40 just to keep anything from galling up, and then we'll put on our safety glasses. Always wear your safety equipment. And then we'll drive these things in using our guide driver and hammer. I like to get them started, each started just a little bit, and then we'll drive them in the rest of the way. Make sure you're nice and sturdy, and try and drive them in as straight as you can. Right, I just drove it down. You can kind of see that mark there a little bit. I just drove it down until we can see that mark. And that's our guide height. That's where we want to leave this thing set in the head. So we'll drive the rest of these down to that same point. Let's see here. So another method we can use is, because those marks seem to slide off, is using it's an alignment dowel that's pretty close to the same height. That'll just get us in the same ballpark, and we can measure it all said and done to confirm our height. Really sucks when you miss and smack your hand, so always be really safe about that. Cautious. We'll just double check our measurement here, make sure we're pretty close, you know, give or take 10 thousandths or so, should do it. Alrighty. We're pretty well right where we want to be. So the next step is to get this valve to be able to go through the guide. So now we've driven that guide in, and it's rough. We've crimpled this end here, and the valve doesn't want to freely move back and forth. So there's a couple things we can do to fix that. We'll use this chamfering tool to take off the edge just a little bit. We'll also use this valve guide reamer. That is at 0.2362 of an inch, and that'll set us up so we have the proper valve guide clearance. So we'll flip this thing over and do that, and then we'll double check to make sure our valve feels like it should. Floats freely through the guide, so that it'll run properly. Put our guide in here and make sure we cleared it out enough. It's still a little rough. Just want to make sure it pops up and drops back down pretty easily. We do got a little debris from the reamer in there holding us up. We're going to use a little bit newer reamer. I think that one's a little worn out. Yeah, 2362. Same thing, we're just going to drop it in there slowly. There we are. You can slowly feel the resistance as it goes through. Once it pops out the other side, you know you're pretty well good. Alright, double check with the valve here. Oh yeah, that's how it should feel and look. Just drops back, right back down. We can wiggle it back and forth, make sure it just has a slight wiggle to it. Go through and check each guide to make sure we're not going to have a problem. Alrighty. That's pretty much that for the guide installation portion of this this rebuild. What we're going to do next is either grind or cut the exhaust seats and the intake seats, confirm that they're contacting our valves properly, and we'll do that on one of our next videos. Thank you for subscribing to all our videos. Go ahead and hit the bell notification button so you get updates on all our new videos. And thank you for watching today. Have a great day.